Wow, the academia sure is busy during the day. But where should we go looking for people that...
Traveler, Paimon.
Cyno! It's been so long since we last saw...
Welcome back to Sumeru City. So...
Oh, nothing in part...
Funnily...
Really? You were
Indeed.
Oh, darnies.
You like that one, huh?
Alright. Here's your 500 Mora.
You're exaggerating.
Hey, 500 more...
Alright, anyway.
A case? What happened?
Nothing major. But after finding out who was involved...
Need any help? We only can...
Such enthusiasm.
What?
Obvious enough. Alright, follow me. Do you see him? The old man flailing?
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk to about the king?
Correct. His name is Cyrus, a former...
Huh? Cyno's...
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys...
Professor, I've brought some friends.
Ah, Cyno. Now who do we have? My goodness.
Wow, looks like we're really famous.
I've told him about you before. That's right. A couple of days ago...
A threat letter?
Exactly. Who sends a threat letter to an old man like me, for goodness sake?
This is the letter in question.
Cyrus, I have uncovered your secret. Secondly, don't come looking... Wow, they sure didn't mince their...
Clearly, this person...
10 million more. I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond...
There were no witnesses, so currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler, Paimon, let's put our heads together.
Paimon's ready, too.
All right, take a look. Very good.
Another thing is, some of these...
Possibly. And I bet the paper has something to do with it.
Most of the paper around here's...
It's certainly not the...
So do we... Wait! Check this out! A colored...
Well, it's like we're thinking...
Skyward! Scatter!
Arav. Ah, there he is.
Mahamatra Cyno. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the...
As such, I'm inclined... Oh,
Oh, of course!
they do look like... Also, if I'm...
Ah, of course.
Understood.
You have my
One last thing.
Will do.
Great thinking, Cyno. So, where do we... Yeah, they've probably been look...
You're right, Paimon.
Really?
The culprits approach. Whatever happens, they need... And crucially, the culprit said the...
Huh? Wait, are you saying...
Found you! You wrote the threat letter!
I don't know what you're talking...
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relative. There are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arav. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I was just listening.
You smiled when Arav...
He's smiling a
There are coffee sticks closing off the exits. The cafe was...
You can't pin this on.
Really? The innocent have no reason to... Your heart's racing, and you...
I would.
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price.
Well, that was over.
You're telling me. 1 minute ago, looked like a...
Everyone, it's all over.
Gosh,
The culprit's name is Rock.
Huh?
16? Cyrus thought he looked...
We checked his records. He's 16.
But he looks so old.
Yes.
Foolish child.
We questioned the culprit
Oh, just spit it out.
very well. Down on his luck, he went to...
Some old woman on the street?
Is this go?
Oh, right, yes.
Maybe it's more the fact that
Araka mentioned he'd heard Araka believes this money...
people make up rumors.
Arav.
I completely understand.
Professor, there's no need to be childish about this.
Oh, come on. I was clear.
Okay.
The academia will determine the...
Who said I'm obsessed with some old woman on... You seem confused. Uraka is just a young... All it costs me is a little reputational damage. That's all.
Please rest assured, Professor, that the academia will issue a fair and reasonable punishment.
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still...
Correct?
We looked into the...
Oh, you don't have to seal the... We have to show them how serious this situation is.
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Araka's punishment.
Oh, so you'll be able to close the case in 2 days.
Give or take.
Very good. Well, thank you for all your help.
My apologies, Sir Cyrus, but I have a prior commitment. Enjoy the meal, everyone.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a pity. But Cyno, you have to come. Ah, and isn't Tainari in town?
Wait, you mean Tainari's in this?
He is. Tainari's master, Sir Nephis, called him and... Though I must say...
Don't be outrageous. Anyway, hurry up and fetch Tainari. I'll head over to the tavern with the trap. Go on now.
Skyward! Scatter!
Not to brag, but we never had problems like it was students at the time. They'll...
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a colossal workload from Master. Most of what I know, I heard from Cyno after.
Professors become a...
Wow.
It's a pity college.
And then we'd have one...
Really? Can't...
Oh, believe me.
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this? We don't want to take it bad.
Oh, don't.
I thought I heard some...
Oh, carve it.
I've been all right.
Have you eaten yet?
That's awfully kind. I just came to Lombard. So what's the occasion?
Cut.
Sounds like things have really gone.
I can't believe how...
Young people are always... But still,
Wow, yeah.
I will always...
if this were my...
Luckily,
Carve! You're...
Coming. I'll have to get going.
Okay, bye-bye!
Here I am. The coffee beans are in...
Yep, it's all there. I'll stop babbling.
Oh, you take...
Oh, mine too. Oh,
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus.
well, I look forward to that. In fact,
No problem.
I'll see you all later.
good night, Professor.
Hey, anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children. I bid you all...
Take care, have a...
All right.
What do you mean, us?
Well, I...
Camping? Oh, that sounds fun! Paimon's in!
Right? It's
Everyone, no need to bring any.
You got it! We'll...
Great.
skyward!
We're here! Wow, you guys are ahead of the game! You set up the...
I'd say we're right about.
Traveler, Paimon, let's go fishing together. Whatever we catch, we can grill for dinner tonight.
You got it! Dinner's on us tonight!
I hope I can contribute too. The other forest watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago. I'm really looking forward to giving them a try.
I saw some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered a few for us. I'll leave.
Wow, camping with a forest watcher is the way to go! They think of everything!
This is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So?
Well, there's been...
I see. Oh, in that case, you should try a valberry. I bought some from the market this morning.
A valuable suggestion. Just don't bury your feelings using food.
All I wanted was to recommend something bit.
Oh, I have a sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff. Bye!
She sure made a run for it.
Unbelievable. She been...
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. My dear friend, you know what I... Excellent! A kindred... but...
We got a bite!
I'll reel it in.
Firewood, spices, snacks, and drinks. Everything's ready. Once Kale gets back, we can light up the fire and start grilling. There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
How about the one on the left? Well, Paimon just thinks the ambiance here is a little better.
True. But it's also the closest.
Well,
Anyone would.
excellent.
I'm back! How's your appetites? Ready for the barbecue?
Always. Oh, it smells so good.
Someone sure is desperate to eat. I think it's time to add the seasoning. How do you like your skewers? Well done? Medium?
Wait, what?
Hey, if it works for steak,
Medium well for me.
Okay, these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone.
Oh, that was so...
I ate a lot too.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon. Why don't you guys head to your tents? Cyno and I will clean up.
Tonight I shall...
Good night.
Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Oh, don't forget this. The staff of the Scarlet Saint.
Wait, you were actually...
It's a very powerful...
Paimon can't even lift...
Fair enough.
Yeah, Paimon's sure. We'll be fine. And even if we...
That reminds me of a parting king of invocations. But right now... I think they should all... Traveler? Paimon?
Look at this.
What the... What's this sword doing here?
Evidently.
Huh? Who is it? Oh, what time do you call? Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah! Oh, hey them, Kave!
Sorry to wake you up, but...
Let's get dressed and talk about it outside.
Something has come up. And since it pertains to Cyrus and Cyno,
Whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning. Huh? Where'd the wine cups go? Ah, there they are.
I'll have a cup too.
Can you see if the cookies are still on?
They are.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few
Do tell.
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday. Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. At least, I think that's what it... You know what it's about, right?
I heard some people talking.
I wonder what Sir Nephis and the others will make of it. Oh, Cyrus showed me the give me a sec, I'll sketch it out for you. Okay, done. Take a look. You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this.
Interesting.
What? Really?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire. It bears a striking resemblance to an ancient emblem.
Whose emblem is it?
It's the emblem.
After discussing it with each other, this was a long way to come from the city. Al-Haytham figured then, just as we were heading off to the camps.
Hold on, so what's...
Is everything okay? Give me a second.
So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence? These days, you can find a temple, at least, that's what they tell the outside world. Historically speaking, by contrast, none of the Academia temples...
So the Temple of Silence...
It's possible. The
So, how do you know all this?
Did you forget? He did a stint.
Oh, yeah!
If you're asking me what...
So much about this doesn't make sense. Why did the emblem of the student's only 16? And...
You said you ran into Cyno.
Yep. He ran off...
Given that Cyrus... Still...
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the... We should pay a
Yes. As the sage...
If this situation is connected...
Kale, could I trouble you, Traveler? Paimon.
Sounds like a plan.
Cyrus has been living in the city lately. He rented a place near the... Here we are. This is the...
We might be too late. Looks like nobody's home. Oh, Cyno moves fast. If he was here...
I know that voice. Is that Tainari I hear?
Ah! Professor Zahahadi!
Wow, so it really is you. My goodness.
We're looking for Cyno.
Yes, not long ago. I told him the old fool left early this morning, and I hadn't heard him come back. So we went to his place, and would you believe it? He's gone. Goodness, it must have alarmed Cyno.
Well, if Cyrus isn't at home...
Professor, did you hear that a student recently tried to extort Cyrus?
Why, yes. When I left the house that day, I noticed he was watering his flowers in the field. I could tell something was troubling him, but he wouldn't tell me what it was. If Cyno hadn't happened to visit him that day, he'd probably still be holding on to that thing. After seeing the letter, Cyno told him to contact the Corps of 30, but Cyrus...
Huh? Cyrus didn't want to report it.
As a former sage, it's possible Cyrus still has enemies at the Academia. That's why Cyno was so insistent that he report...
So Cyrus initially...
Oh, dear. What on... Oh, I almost forgot. Cyno left me this letter to pass on to...
Thank you.
What does it say? Let Paimon... My...
Yep, that sounds like Cyno. Thank you, Professor Traveler, Paimon. Let's...
Yeah! Skyward! Yeah! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
You're here? I thought you were going after... Ah,
We went to Cyrus's house. No one...
he didn't say where he was going?
No. He left us a letter and told us not to...
Can't say I'm surprised.
Typical Cyno. Anyway, some updates on progress on our end.
I checked some ancient texts for a similar design.
Yeah, and we're lucky.
Meanwhile, Arav managed the one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds.
Apparently, the Uraka was
I see.
So, how do we...
He doesn't know.
Nephis and Arav also. The Temple of Silence felt that they could no longer trust the Academia and ended the partnership. They retreated back to the desert about 400 years ago. Ever since its inception, the Temple of Silence has been the guardians of King Deshret's civilization and belief system. At its roots, it was a
The Academia of the Day.
Not only that...
So how did Cyrus...
I'll bet that's the question.
Whoever is behind this, getting Uraka to...
He must have recognized...
Since the desert is where the Temple of Silence...
I have to go after him.
Really?
I should be fine, as long as I bring plenty of water. Besides, I just can't shake...
Everyone, I have news from the Corps of 30.
Master!
Oh, so that's Nafis, Tainari's master? Oh, we're finally getting...
It's a pleasure to meet you. Several independent eyewitnesses have reported seeing Cyrus and Mahamatra Cyno leaving the city at different times. Both were heading in the direction of Caravan Rebat. I was going to suggest the Academia has made... I won't attempt to make you an...
I understand where you're coming from, Master. But I'm...
Good point. If Cyrus... Everyone, we have to get Cyrus and...
Need our help? What?
Really? Wonderful. Arav and I will continue to follow up on the lead from Uraka. Tainari, you're planning to go into the desert, correct?
I am. Kaveh, I'll be a...
Well, if you're sure...
Thank you all. Arav, let's go.
You'd better get moving. Don't forget to ask for help.
Will do. Let's go, Tainari. Hopefully we...
Knowing him, he's probably covered a...
Okay, we made it to Caravan Ribat. Where should we go next? Maybe we should ask the nearby guards if they've seen anything.
Hold on. Look over there.
Is that Dia?
You sure you want to brave the desert?
It's not my first time. I'll be fine.
Cyno.
If you're really going to go through with this...
Makes sense.
Thought we might find you here. You're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, aren't you?
Didn't I tell you not to come after me?
Well, sorry, but we never agreed to that. Why would you go off on your own?
Nothing personal. It's just a complex situation.
Takes a special kind of person to... But why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age. Oh, also, hey guys, it's been a while.
Dia and...
You're looking well. Glad to see. Candace and I came to Caravan. Some people say they saw him. Guess he stood out as an older guy heading into the desert alone. That's gotta be one
Cyno, it's okay if you can't tell us anything about the case. But let us know how we can support you. We're here to help however you need. The more people we have...
No, it's not that simple. If I'm right, he'll be doing everything he can.
We spoke with Zaha Hadid. From what she said, it's pretty clear that he wants to try and solve this on his own.
It sounds like this is far...
Still.
I think...
Come on. All right, so...
Yes, we'll hit...
All right.
And don't think you'd be...
Don't worry, we'll keep him...
Hold on. There's a few things I'd like to clear up. So, after you left the camp... Do you have any connect...
Due to my unique... But it's a good thing that I did not recognize...
Yeah, you're right.
But Cyrus must have recognized...
I suspect so.
Well, speaking of avoiding...
I am aware. And or rather... I don't...
That's right. Fact is, we're coming with...
Fair enough.
Works for me. All right, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guards...
Hello.
Mahamatra Cyno?
I'm looking for someone. So I'd like to confirm any recent foot traffic in and out of Aru village.
A man matching that description passed by Aru village not too long ago. He stopped by to load up on food and water and feed his sumpter beast. Then he was on his way.
Where was he going?
Let me think. He took... Do you have a map? I can mark out the direction.
I have one. Mark...
Great. There you go.
Thank you so much. You were a great help.
You've got a really good memory.
You're quite welcome. Best of luck. I hope you find him soon.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! On this fine day, the view from the heavens must be magnificent. Oh, don't fret. One has no intent to fly.
Hold on. Nice.
Do you think it's safe to ask?
Should be. I'll go.
No. I'll do it.
Huh? Why can't Cyno?
Give him.
Ah, hello there.
Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure. What do you want to know?
I'm just wondering if you've...
So, silver-haired guy...
He'd stand out like a sword.
Yeah, sounds like...
He's looking behind me.
Uh-oh.
Your friend over there. Hey, aren't you Cyno, the general?
Yes.
You don't seem surprised that I recognize...
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, you're the one looking for the old man who's gone missing.
I have a bad feeling about this guy.
Someone's on edge. No need to hide it. I understand why you're wary of us.
I thought you were a group of...
Your henchman.
Hey, hear that?
Suits me. As long as I just cut to the chase.
Come with me. All of you. Don't you want to find your friend? A silver-haired, long-robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes?
So you know where he is?
Just follow me. And here.
What? Where are you looking? There's nothing here.
Please step back.
Whoa, something's coming out of the ground!
What is this enormous building doing here?
And how was it so well hidden? King Deshret's tech...
Wait, so... Hold on, who are you guys really?
Is this... the temple of...
All good questions. There'll be plenty of time to address them later.
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis. Oh, Paimon's scared. They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this...
What's wrong? Thinking about your professor?
I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you might...
Me too. Hope I haven't done any...
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward!
All right. You can wait here for now. I'll inform our leader that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit tight until he comes to greet you.
So he's just gonna leave us here unattended?
They can't have been at the oasis by chance.
So this is the Temple of Silence, after leaving the rainforest.
Hey, look! That guy's coming back.
Don't worry. Someone will come and call for you soon.
What's your name?
Sorry, guess I was so delighted. My name is Sethos. I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not planning on answering all of your questions.
So we're free to explore...
Yep. I mean, I'm not worried about you. Cyrus is here. And unless I've misunderstood, you're all quite anxious to see him.
He's right.
Hey, Sethos! Have you got some time to chat?
Sure. Although, I'm assuming by chat, not often. The Temple of Silence is a place of quiet and solitude. We don't get too many visitors. Yes, that was me. Although, he insisted that nothing—
So you framed Cyrus for a crime that—
No. That's not entirely true. Of course.
Why did Cyrus—
You'll have to ask him that one yourself. All you need to know is that he recognized our emblem. What kind of question is that? He's the General Mahamatra.
Right, but back at the Oasis, you can't have—
I've lived in the desert,
Ugh, what is—
Come on, we've only just met. If I give you all the answers up front, you'll have— Nope. Not—
Really?
I have no need to go there. Not when the taverns are full of the Uraka spies. It's not as clandestine as that. The city gates are wide open. Anyone's— Mm-hmm.
I never imagined that the true—
That's King Deshret's technology.
We should be wary of our—
Here he is. Grandfather, the person you wish to see is here.
Well done, Sethos. Greetings, one and all.
Professor!
Cyrus, are you okay?
Watch what you're doing!
Oh, my apologies. Cyrus owes me his life. And to—
Just leave, Cyno.
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd admit—
Some things in life can—
Cyno didn't make us do anything. We came here—
My secrets are secret—
You're afraid, aren't you? You recognized our— You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did. For you, Cyrus. But then, you betrayed us. We both know what I said to you that day. That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave, but that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you. And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe.
You—
Hermanubis is my—
Does he mean you?
The moon is right. They rescued me from the brink of death once, many years ago in the desert. It was the moon proposed. Many believe one other child.
For many years, the test subjects were sent. The original plan was for as the second stage began, I realized a decision had to be made. But as I was deliberating, both our two to preserve our faith.
Ultimately,
in recognition of your I have always—
I see.
Look, in essence, I borrowed your— But you cannot lift a finger.
I'm sure you don't remember anymore. You and he—
You'd like me to return my—
As a follower of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now, it is time to reclaim—
That power is not yours to reclaim. Cyno—
You are wrong. Cyno was chosen.
So those are your terms for freeing the—
Despise me all you want.
So what you're saying is—
Divine power.
He is no longer a small child. But
Both my heart and mind are—
Don't listen.
I know.
Sorry to interrupt. Say that Cyno refuses to return his power. You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your remaining—
Wait. Those ears, everything we have longed for, Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day we...
Why is he coughing so much?
Moon! Take our leader back to his room.
Sethos.
Grandfather, I know what you wish to say. I don't like to drag out conversations, so I'll just cut to the... Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago? Still, it's no use talking about what-ifs. I'm not like my grandfather, but I see things a little differently. I don't believe that, so I'm not going to force your...
I truly wish that things will only continue to...
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather, I might well be open to persuasion.
Tynar, all you and Bamu ultimately.
I'm glad to see you're giving it some...
I won't forsake my profession.
That works. Oh, my grandfather still... Are you sure about negotiating?
I need to think this through.
All right, well, don't put too much pressure.
Yeah! Scatter!
I've taken some time to reflect on this. If I had... He's a stubborn man who tends to double down when he feels strongly.
I agree. My master Nephis says the same thing. Once Cyrus makes up his mind about...
So that's one thing. A few other things come to... You've heard all you need to hear. My own memories of this place are hazy, though. Probably something to do with the overpowering presence of the Ba fragments. I do remember having some fleeting moments of profound emotion. I was still young then. And all I could understand was that there was a strong will inside my mind. Thinking back on it now, I suppose the power that came to inhabit my spirit was probably one of the cornerstones of their whole faith.
You're not gonna give in to their demands, are you? Surely they're...
No. I have no intention of returning it. So I will challenge them head on, and win the right to wield this power from...
This reminds me of something Alhaitham mentioned to me just before we left. He said that the Temple of Silence... Kaveh has made similar observations about the desert tribes from his work trips there. He says many of them have their own... I think we could turn that to our advantage.
Wow, and just like...
Looks like we have the same idea. Turn it back on them now while we still can.
Great. And I know
Yeah! Skyward! Yeah!
Sethos.
Have you made up your mind?
We'll get to that, but first, I have some degree of medical training, so...
I have no objections, although we do have our own doctors here. Follow me. Keep your voices down. We don't want to...
Let's talk outside. Bamun has fallen into a deep coma, and his prognosis is quite grave. He appears to have sustained a serious injury in his youth, which has been exacerbated over the... Regretfully, I must inform you that...
Yeah.
You're his heir, aren't you? You clearly have a lot of respect for the man. So tell me...
Yeah, there's no time to waste here.
You know, the two of you are actually in a...
Right. And you didn't create this...
You're right. We both... I accept, Cyno. Legend has it that when that group of support...
Sounds very fitting.
As a fellow vessel of Hermanubis...
3 against 3.
However, Letting Cyrus leave with...
None needed. If I win, the Temple of Silence. If you win,
it's a deal.
Well, after how that went, there's definitely no turn.
There never was.
You have to win.
Yeah, that's right. Besides, it stayed with you ever since you were a small
Both as yeah. When you put it...
Exactly!
The Traveler and I will never lose.
And neither shall I. The desert was home to an ancient and great civilization that for a variety of reasons... But there must be personal factors at work here too. I can't shake the feeling that Ba-Moon cares for many more things than he...
We gather on this day to perform once more the rite of duels with the greatest of all sages. This is our most sacred of ceremonies, representing the Temple of Silence, the Defenders.
Grandfather, you're here.
A rite of duels after all these years. I am surprised by your
I know what I'm doing, Grandfather.
Representing the Academia,
Ready. We will fight to have...
Warriors, take your positions. We come not to debate what brings our challengers here.
Huh? Are you sure?
I agree. He's very strong. Sending him out first will definitely intimidate the opponent.
Okay. Then you're second.
Sure.
We have decided.
So have we. Let's begin.
Duelists of the first bout, please step forward.
Don't forget, safety first! Hey, you there! You better play nice with them or Paimon will make you regret it!
A little bit too much chatter from the audience over there.
Propagate!
A swift end to the first bout. I now invite, when you're both ready,
let's begin.
Watch out!
He drank plenty of water before the bout, so he should be fine.
Keep up. I hear everything. One with the forest. Let's nip that in the bud.
Thus ends the second bout. We will now move to the third bout. Duelists!
I'm ready.
So am I.
This is the final stage, when you're both
I am Sethos, vessel of Hermanubis. For many years, we have kept our covenant with Lord Hermanubis by guarding the secrets of King Deshret. We earnestly sought now. I will fight to become the rightful wielder of that power!
I am Cyno, General Mahamatra of the Academia, student and successor of Cyrus. And you, I think you left some things unsaid. This is a sacred duel. And Herman...
Everyone. My grandfather is... But our faith has helped. Times have changed. Then I thought of you. Each Ba fragment I once thought...
I am more than just...
Exactly. The name Hermanubis has left its mark on both. So show me your answer, Cyno. Show me I can be more than my... Bring it on!
That's all you've got? What happened to searching for your answer? Fight's over. Do you yield?
You won.
Well then, looks like you found your answer.
I give his glory to you.
I've seen that light. That is the light of our Lord, the great Hermanubis, priest over all other priests. His spirit dwells within that lightning, and his will lives on. Once a warrior of Tynar, he emerged from the barren desert sands to serve the god king Al-Ahmar. After the death of the god king, Hermanubis gathered his followers and the Tynarian priests and led them to the city of Tula. There, they founded the Temple of Silence, and from that day forth, we became stewards of all knowledge that survived from King Deshret's civilization. Barely a century passed before war ravaged the desert. One by one, Eremite leaders took up arms against each other in battles that would devour what little remained of their civilization. Only the wise city of Tula was spared under the guiding hand of the Tynarians. But peace did not last. Coveting the knowledge of King Deshret, the beasts set their eyes on Tula. The king of Gurabad laid siege to the city and ordered the sages to surrender to him the Temple of Silence as proof of his victory. The ruling elite colluded with their oppressors, betraying the temple so as to hold on to their rule over the city. They declared that the knowledge guarded by the temple was the true cause of corruption. These were dark days, and we faced enemies on all sides. Our Lord had long since exhausted his strength, keeping the forbidden knowledge introduced by King Deshret at bay. To ensure the temple's continued survival, he broke his being into many pieces and began the ceremony of Hermanubis' legacy, bestowing his power upon his mortal followers. With this power, the temple was able to defeat the tyrant's army. Yet, we were not hailed as heroes. Strange and unfamiliar as this power was, it struck fear into the people's hearts and drove them to reject us. In the end, the people of the temple and the Tule Tula Tainarians left the city for good and made their way to the rainforest. What followed next was inevitable. The elite of Tule Tula fell and were decimated. War engulfed the desert. And we wandered from place to place, always in hiding, all the while keeping close watch over our secrets and staying true to our mission. Betrayal forced us out of the desert and into the forest. Then mistrust drove us from the forest into the desert once more. We have lived in exile for far, far too long. Yet, today, the Temple of Silence has borne witness to the glory of Hermanubis once more. Thank you.
How is it? Do you feel okay?
Grandfather.
Hey, Sethos. You'll get through this.
I know. I guess you were prepared for this. Yeah, he's... at least...
What's next for you?
per my grandfather.
But that's never going... I did foresee this possibility, and I gave it some thought. Sethos. Were it not for this duel, or indeed if you had other intentions... I do.
Still...
Well, in any case, Sethos.
But...
No, it doesn't. That's a much bigger deal than you might...
I will try.
Actually, part of that way, no matter who won, had you won, and were I to win, he knew that the temple's future would depend. His plan meant that whoever
And here I thought the General Mahamatra wouldn't care for all the... You're absolutely right. Grandfather and I considered this from every angle. We had to find a way to thank you for everything, Cyno. The Temple of Silence has a but you must be exceedingly careful with your... By the way, Tainari, my grandfather, the story goes that King Deshret, he went on to fight many valiant The Tainarians who left Tule Tula joined their... in all likelihood.
How fascinating.
I like this story.
By the way...
Yes. Cyrus. You'll probably find...
If it's true that you and your grandfather...
Who knows?
Someone's got to make the decisions when history is... I will make a detailed report on... I'm sure you'll have lots to attend to in the days ahead. If we're going to work together, both sides have to get to know one another better.
I will. All right. Well...
See you soon. Come hang out with us,
grandfather from this day on.
Yeah! Skyward!
What were you thinking, gallivanting off into the desert alone at your age? What if you take the bucket, You took—
Oh, please, will you stop your—
What do you mean, what other choice? Do you— a one-man suicide mission, That's the best—
All right. What do you mean? Okay, look.
1 month? Try 3.
Inari's master is really laying into Cyrus.
Professor brought this.
Wow. The last time he chewed...
I think I'll go around and update everyone. Tell them this. We can go for dinner.
Makes sense.
Paimon's coming!
Hey, Kale.
You're back! Well, look who we have here. Would you mind?
All taken care of.
That does not answer my... When you run into problems, you...
Now would not be a good time.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. It's not the first time that I've had to talk to you about this sort of thing either. You need to learn that there are times when the right thing to do is get a more experienced member.
Kale, please do something.
He's giving me the signal. All right. Say, Madame Farzan, I can... Huh? Wait, did I hear that right? Kale, you remember? Wonderful.
Poor Kale getting dragged off like that. Also, check out Far...
Kale!
Huh? What? What do you mean, cup? Oh, it's nothing. Just Master's way of reminding me to stay hydrated while I'm out and about.
It's code for let's reconvene at the cafe.
Oh, that's kind of...
2 people left.
Yeah! Scatter! Yeah! Scatter!
Am I hallucinating?
We're just reorganizing all—
There's no rush.
My sincere thanks to...
Yes, with your...
I see.
And it sounds like they managed to—
That day will come. Now, as a token of my appreciation...
Yeah, sounds great.
Sure.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
And then, the Traveler just pounced on their opponent and knocked them. Then there was Tighnari. He put up an amazing fight, too. We ended up winning all 3 bouts. Whoa.
A truly edifying...
Hey, Paimon included all the juicy details. The Traveler just pounced and then waved their sword like this. Then...
Despite winning 3 bouts in a row, you still ceded the position of lead.
Of course.
I got to be a champion too, for one.
Yeah! Huge place! It felt like something right out of an epic poem! Imagine this. It was like there was...
Maybe save that one for later, Paimon.
I think that'll do.
Shall we stop off at the House of Dana?
My thoughts exactly. See you around.
I should get going as well. See you all later.
I need to go say thanks to the Core 30 for their help. Also, Sir Nephis says he wanted to introduce me to some of the Academia's work processes.
Kale's come a long way.
Everyone's a work in progress, you know?
Yeah, true.
was good. It feels like everything's... Life is all about these moments when you can finally relax and hang out with good friends after...
Do you three have any? If not, would you come somewhere with me? That's a secret.
Okay. I think I can guess what you're talking about.
Well, now Paimon's curious! Come on, let's go!
Scatter!
Been a while since I last Need any help?
It's a nice spot, isn't it?
What a great view! We're so happy.
Traveler, turn around. This is my secret base. When I was a student, back then, I had a lot of the same questions that Sethos was asking. Our gifts help us to find our right...
You two really are like brothers.
I feel the same way.
I still remember one time when we came up here to chat and do our homework.
That was the one and only time. Nothing will ever slip. Then make it stop. You guys...
Okay.
Hey, you're not...
Oh, my day.
Professor?
Cyno. Just the man I'm looking for. Guess what I've...
Some old photos?
Can you believe it? I was at the academia early... Oh, time flies. Look how tiny you are in this pic.
You look quite young yourself. Ah, it's this one.
Yep. Looks like her work, all right.
And this one.
Oh, cheeky.
Is there something you'd like to say to me, Professor?
Like what? Like... hey, at moments like this, I can't pretend I'm a good person. But Moon had every reason to despise me. I've dreamt of that place many times after leaving the... Oh, it was one of the happiest times of my life. We all learned so much from one another. You've matured so much over the years, I know.
Since you're my professor, I should save you some face by not calling you out on all the
Good thinking. Take your own advice next. Seriously, why bully an old man like me? Hey, wait, how did I not notice this one earlier? Look how cute you would.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
Don't.
Hey, what would you say to meeting up with Lisa again sometime?
I'd like that. Let's find a time and pay her a visit in Mondstadt.
All right, I'll add it to my schedule. Wait, no. Next week is the tomato growing competition.
Or you could find a